Hello my dear subscriber. Today I would like to share with you the success stories of one of our clients. Success in our case means that a person found his second half. Currently this couple is moving to the stage of wedding. They wrote me recently that they are preparing to this stage and promised to share their pictures and videos, but I don't know yet if they will allow me to share it publicly in public, because quite often our clients are successful men and women and they don't want their details to be on internet. Anyway, today I want to tell you about this story because this is a perfect example of a perfect client ready for relationships. And while I describe the process, you will understand how it happened and what helped this client to find his love so quickly. I just want to remind about myself. I'm a professional graduated psychologist. I'm working in the field of international matchmaking since my 19, so it means soon 18 years. And I got special education as a relationship coach for singles and matchmaker in US institutes. And as soon as this field is not so much developed in Ukraine yet, not any education regarding exactly this direction of psychology and coaching. So I constantly improve my skills, my knowledge to help more and more people to find their love. Sometimes clients even need not matchmaking but only coaching, and then they can easily find their second half on themselves without any agency or matchmaking company. So let's continue about this client. Let's call him John. So he first applied to me in 2020, so when there was COVID, and everything was just perfect from the very beginning. I mean, when I talked to him for the first 15 minutes, I saw that the person is seriously oriented to find long-lasting relationship in his life. He wasn't married before, he didn't have children, and at the same time he was quite flexible about the woman. So he didn't mind a woman with kids or who was in marriage before. So it's again, it's plus, it's advantage, because he gets more options then, rather than if he make limits in these questions. After that, we had a longer consultation when I knew more about him, and I got more charmed by this person. As a personality, I felt right away he was very kind, very giving type of person, and really able to appreciate the relationship. We did some quizzes to understand his situation more, and again, all his answers were just perfect, as it's possible to say like that. And after that, and I tell a lot about it, it's important to have trust with matchmaker when you apply to him or to her. If you don't have trust, if you always have some bad thoughts that nothing will happen or you won't be successful, believe me, it will be like you think. So if you don't trust your matchmaker, if you don't believe in success, it's better not to start the process. There are many research, and I guess you heard a lot about them, that our beliefs are coming true, and even beliefs that we have from childhood, we constantly find proofs for them in our current life. That's why in coaching we work with limiting beliefs, because they limit our success in life too. And the same here in matchmaking. If you don't believe you will succeed, you won't get the result most probably. So this client was fully positive about the result. He trusted me immediately. I felt it, and just the next day after we talked, he sent me the full prepayment for the service, and he chose elite package that cost at this moment like $10,000. Can you imagine? So it's just after 1 hour consultation, and we started to work. First meetings happened for him in Zoom with our girls. Then here in maybe 1 month he came here. So he met the first girl. She was nice, she was beautiful, he liked her in general, but then after few meetings, she started to display being very jealous, even when he just wrote me to consult about some questions, to get my advice. And at this point, they stopped the relationships. He didn't want to continue because of her bad temper. And they are staying friends, as I know, but he clearly gave her understanding that he doesn't see the future with her. Second meeting was with a very high educated, successful woman, also from our agency, and she had very positive impressions after him. Everything was good on the meeting, but she just didn't feel a lot of attraction, so they didn't continue. The third meeting was with another girl from our agency, with one child, teacher. And he fully fell in love with her. So he did so many nice things for her, you can't imagine, surprises, many good actions. And in every his action, he showed that he takes care of her, that he considers her, that even he sees her as his future. But in this case, girl stayed kind of indifferent. She was grateful to him for everything that he did for her, but she didn't feel strong emotions. And after 6 months of such type of relationships, and even before, I advised him to stop this relationship. So if a lady doesn't answer with the same feelings, emotions, then there is no sense to be around so long. But he was persistent, and 6 months passed, and then he took the decision not to continue. And maybe in 1 or 2 months after that, I introduced him to another woman. By the way, they had a quite similar background. So she was older, like around 40. He's around 50. She also never been married. She also doesn't have children, and they are even similar according to their appearance. I told you about this in one of my previous videos, that similar people usually are a good couple. So they met, and I was helping them to translate on the first date, because when I have time, I like to work with the clients and be on the first dates, especially, and it's included in the elite package with elite clients. I go to translate and help during the first meeting. So I noticed that even on the first date, this girl already very initiative about him. So she asked him, so when we meet next time, let's go to this place next time, and so on. So I felt right away she's very interested. And I guess in 2 or 3 weeks after meeting, he was already staying in her apartment. And they continued. She was happy. She was constantly telling me, thank you for introducing to such a wonderful man. I couldn't imagine that this man exists on this earth. And he liked her too a lot, and that her attitude that she displayed towards him. And they talked, they traveled, they met during about 6 months. And then this war started. And he took her first to Europe and then to USA. And as I told you, now they are preparing documents and everything for the wedding. I hope it will happen soon, and it will be the full success stories, because I understand that first of all we are intermediary and we just help people to meet. And our main maybe factor or result as a success is arranging successful meetings, days, after which people start the relationship. But we can't control if people get married or they get apart. If clients apply to us for coaching or psychologist consultation, we provide these services, but in general people start communication between themselves and they don't include agency in their relationships, and it's right. But of course I'm just very happy when people get married, and even more happy when they send us some news about having newborns in their new families. This is maybe the happiest moments in our work. So now I will tell you step by step, point by point, about the signs that I saw in this man and this client, And that made me think right away that he will be successful.